it's Robin Rock with 93.9 Line FM. Oh, it's my favorite time now. Time for Whitney's Women. Whitney Reynolds is here.
Hello, Robin. It is great to be in studio today because I actually have some amazing women that I work with day in, day out. They are with Lakeshore PBS, and their women's conference is coming up. So Lauren and Stephanie, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So Lauren, the women's conference, this is a big time.
Yes, annual event we have with nationally known speakers coming on a variety of topics that have to do with women and business and things like that.
So PBS is nonprofit, but here's the thing. Why women? Why do we invest in women? Why do you find that a conference is important for women, Stephanie?
So I actually do not work for PBS. I'm just on the steering committee for the company, so I can speak from a business perspective.
Yeah.
And it's just another opportunity to have professional development for our women team members. A great opportunity to offer some more diversity, and obviously get different opinions and viewpoints back in the workplace.
That is so cool. And we are a bunch of estrogen in here today. We are all women in the studio. We love our men too. I say that every week whenever I come in here and do this. But for women, I think we've seen this trend over the last, I would say, decade of raising up leaders, saying it's okay that we lead and love differently than men. And that's okay because we all bring something different, and that's what makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
So tell us what we're going to see at this conference.
We have some amazing speakers. We have, and our keynote is from Chicago and the Institute for Inclusion in the Legal Profession, and she's going to talk about, the intersection of gender and race and the
Just kind of how it all goes
how
together.
it comes, And she is amazing. I've been speaking with her, and I can't wait to have
And she's
her.
a Chicagoan.
She is.
Yeah, she lives right up the road from us,
Yes.
Robin. I know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give out the
Yeah.
coordinates. Robin's actually my next door neighbor, guys, in real life. So.
And I have to tell you, we kind of see each other in passing, and whenever my dog sees your kids, he's like, I see babies.
I know.
Yeah.
My kids love all of the neighborhood animals. It is just like a walking zoo. And I bring the zoo animals. I'm the one with the animals.
My joke is because whenever he sees little puppies or kids, I think he was a Catholic mom in his previous life because he's bring all babies to me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, what a cutie. Yeah, and so actually the speaker lives right up the street from us as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's a local gal, gonna head out to the conference. Where is the conference?
It's a blue chip hotel casino, and they have a conference center. It's a long name.
Okay, so
but it's in Michigan City, Indiana. So come on down, spend the night. It's
so
wonderful.
the Blue Chip Casino, it sounds far away, but it's not,
No,
right? It takes
not
no
far.
time.
It is right over an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes.
That's
And
so
Michigan
easy
City's-
breezy.
Michigan City's
Absolutely.
wonderful things to see there. So
That is so
And
cool.
it's September, so it's still nice out.
And an interesting fact of Lakeshore PBS, which while I have you here today, I want to bring this out. So often, people only think that Chicago has one PBS station. Y'all broadcast all across Chicagoland
Lakeshore
and
PBS.
Indiana.
Yes,
And it's really
covers-
cool. That's why it's home base technically is in
Yep.
Indiana, but it broadcasts this
Yep.
whole area. So this is really a Chicagoland conference.
Yes.
You want to see people from both sides come. It's a great way to maybe get outside of your network of people that you know and say, okay, I'm going to come meet a new group.
A lot of our attendees are major decision makers at their businesses, but we have everyone from, if you're just starting out, to maybe you're looking at retirement, but a lot of our sessions still you can do in your life, not just professional life.
That is so cool. And Stephanie, so you've attended this conference in the past.
I have.
Talk about the big thing is there's a keynote and then there's breakouts. What do you kind of get from all this?
So I would say, because there are several breakouts, it just depends on the topics of the year. So we've had everything from, tips to deal with stress reduction to having difficult conversations with colleagues, different just ideas to help you be more successful and productive in your professional life.
And what we strive when we're planning, we strive to have, you can leave the conference with the tools in hand to use immediately.
Oh,
And
That
so
is
that's,
so important.
That
yeah,
is.
that's what's really amazing.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to take some notes at
Yeah.
this conference. I'm emceeing it, Robin. It's going to be
Oh,
really fun.
hey.
I said I'm going to tone down in the morning because, I mean, I'm sure if you're listening to this right now, it's in the morning, and they're like, can you slow down and talk lighter, Whit? But,
Or
yeah.
we're all thinking, what kind of coffee are you drinking, right? Where do I
That
get
will
it?
be served in the morning,
Yeah.
Whitney blend.
The Whitney blend. Yeah, and so I'll be there in the morning, bright-eyed, and ready to kind of dive in and learn all these things that people can take. And going back to the whole thing that we lead and love differently, I think it's so interesting in like what we've even seen in the news about women and being bold with our stance and where we are in the workplace. There's probably a lot of things we can still learn.
You know what?
And I'm sorry, I was just going to say, as a mom with 3 daughters who are all professionals, I love this because a lot of times they'll come to me and they'll ask questions. What I do is so different from what they all do.
Yeah.
But to have something like this as a resource is just, I mean, it's invaluable. It really is.
One of our sessions this year is on like making personal branding in LinkedIn, which is like up and coming. And so for some older folks who are attending, they're like, I don't know, because I'm not a big social media person or
Right.
something. And so this is your professional social media.
Oh, that's a great. I think we could all
That's
use
gonna
a
be
social
amazing.
media tune-up. I think it changes
Yeah.
every month.
Yeah.
Don't
Right,
we?
I know,
Yeah,
I
we
know.
could do these quarterly
Yeah.
and learn something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what were you going to say?
Yeah, the breakout session that I wanted to mention, it's called Humility is Overrated and Other Hard-Won Insights from the Unstoppable Woman. So the whole point behind that breakout session is learning steps to step away from downplaying your strengths and being unapologetic, which I think is something that historically women have just really struggled with, is downplaying their strengths, when they're standing next to, a male CEO or, other powerful positions. Just a great
Or
opportunity.
even standing next to other women too, like learning how we can
Yes.
empower that woman next to us, because we all have a little, even if we're in the same profession, we all bring something a little differently to the table.
Absolutely.
And learning how to own that and embrace it is so key. And it sounds like that's what she's going to be talking about.
Yeah.
So, well, where can people get their tickets?
At lakeshorepublicmedia.org/professional women.
Okay, and it's also up on social media.
Yep.
The
Hit us
Whitney
up on
Reynolds show.
Facebook.
Yep, the Whitney Reynolds show airs on Lakeshore PBS, so I will have all the info on our page as well. It is so nice having you
Thank
in.
you.
Thank
and
you
give
so
it the date one more
much.
time.
September 19th.
September 19th. It kicks off at 8 a.m. So if people want to stay the night before.
Yep.
I'm sure there's like an indoor
gonna be
swimming pool or something.
Casino,
yeah, I think so.
spa.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait a
And there's-
second.
and we end the
It's
day.
outstanding. I love that.
We end the day with a networking session,
Oh.
and everyone gets a glass of wine.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, and you
right.
had me at spa, okay?
Right.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, thank you ladies so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank you.
Yes.
So glad to have you guys here. Okay, now let's talk about your show. 'Cause
Yeah.
You mentioned it. So
Oh.
what's new?
So really, what we're getting ready to do is our new season, and I have some exciting news with our fall season. We are actually doing a live audience taping, and I love people. So to be with an audience that can sit with us and embrace these topics. And so anyone listening, if you want to find out more info, I am happy to get you on our list. We officially have not released tickets yet because that's going to be coming up in September, but that's, a stone throw away from where we are now. So I'm really pumped to give those tickets out, have amazing audience members. And here's the thing, if you sit in the audience, you have to be doing good in the world. Like that is the thing. That's like your ticket admission is to be
Okay.
making positive change. And so,
Awesome.
kind of like different shows have awards. Our show is going to be the Whitney's Warriors. And so they're all warriors for positive change. So I'm really pumped for
Awesome.
that. I know.
Yeah.
And you can catch our show every Monday, Lakeshore PBS. We're on at 6:30. And you can also find out everything on social. Instagram's kind of become my new reality show with the stories. So at Whitney_Reynolds right there. Robin, it is always a pleasure being here.
So good to have you with me. Thank you again. Another awesome edition of Whitney's Women. Thank you.
Thank you.
For more information, check out WhitneyReynolds.com or get social with us. Twitter @Whitney Reynolds or on Facebook, The Whitney Reynolds Show.